My presentation is on the country of Nicaragua. Nicaragua is located just south of Mexico and just north of South America. It is very close to Panama and the Panama Canal. It is very diverse in its folklore, cuisine, music, literature, and several other things. It's one of the most diverse cultures in the whole entire world. Nicaragua was originally part of Spain, but in 1821 it gained its independence from Spain. Lay of the land. Nicaragua is very diverse. Just like how I said before, it has several different landforms. It has plains, it has jungle, it also has a lot of coast area with volcanoes and several miles of beach nearby. Now the size of Nicaragua, it's not too large. It's just about the same size as England, maybe just a little bit bigger. And also, the highest elevation of Nicaragua is in the town of Managua, which has an elevation of 6,912 feet. Now these are just a couple pictures of the diverse land. You can see here we have like the coastal area right on the ocean, and through here we have the rainforest area, some volcanoes, and it gets very hot in Nicaragua also. Now the climate. Like I said, it can get very hot in Nicaragua. It's very close to the equator. It has two mainly distinct seasons. It has the wet season, the dry season. Wet season lasts from May to October, and the dry season lasts between November to April. The dry season is the hot season. The wet season is still hot, but it's a little bit cooler. It has a very tropical climate, and the average temperature of Nicaragua year-round is about 80 degrees. Now, talking about the language of Nicaragua. Nicaragua speaks Spanish, and it's very similar to Spanish they would speak in Spain. The only main difference, is that they change the S in words to an H. So we'll replace it, just like in Spain, how they do several different things that are similar to it, but in Nicaragua, it's changed the S for an H. On the Caribbean side, mainly Caribbean English and also other languages similar to Spanish are spoken. And then it has a couple different mismeaning, like different meanings for words. Like KK, it does not mean what, but it talks about a piece of cake. China also means the country of China, but also means talking about a babysitter. So if you wanted a babysitter, you could call it China. And talking about the big cities in Nicaragua. Again, Nicaragua isn't the largest city. It's just about slightly larger than England. Now, with that being said, the population of Nicaragua is about 6.54 million people, so pretty densely populated for its size. The largest city in Nicaragua is Managua. It's a population of 1 million, and the area of the city is 103 square miles. Leon is the second largest city, has a population of 206,000 people, the area 316 square miles, so a little bit bigger than Managua. Masaya is the third largest city, pretty small land area with 56 square miles and a population of 183,000 people. Now the religion in Nicaragua. There's not really one specific religion that everyone worships in Nicaragua, although the Roman Catholic has been one of the largest religions in the area, but as of lately, the numbers for that religion have been declining. Now there are several Protestant groups that are growing rapidly throughout the country of Nicaragua. One of them is the Latter-day Saints, and they are been growing, and they already have over 95,000 members. And a lot of the Roman Catholic religion has to do with saints. Saint Dominic is one of the biggest saints from Nicaragua, most popular saint, and they have a whole feast just to celebrate him. Cuisine. Cuisine in Nicaragua is similar to Spanish culture and cuisine, but it has a couple differences. Rice, corn, beans, and corn tortillas are eaten almost every single day in Nicaragua. It's one of the most famous and most popular foods that are eaten there. There's several different changes, different dishes that are common throughout the area, but those are eaten with every single meal, at least once a day. Now, talking about the sports in Nicaragua, baseball is a very big sport in Nicaragua. They have a lot of baseball players, a lot of baseball teams, and several players from Nicaragua have gone to the major leagues. Boxing is a growing sport. It's pretty popular, but nowhere near as big and as popular as baseball is. So it's football. Football is getting bigger, but still not on the level of baseball. Like I said, baseball was probably the biggest sport in Nicaragua. It came to Nicaragua around the 19th century, spread across the country, and since has produced several MLB players. Now, the home and family life in Nicaragua. Again, Nicaragua is not a very big country, but each household is very big. There's usually 68 people in each home, and it has a large growth rate of 1.5% people growth every single year, which is the highest in the Western Hemisphere. Talking about customs, like I said with St. Dominic, it has a big feast for St. Dominic to celebrate him. And with that, it's a 2-day colorful celebration to recognize him and recognize what he did for the faith and just what the good things that he did. Now today, it's a very low cost of life. It's very cheap to live there. You don't have to pay a lot to live there. You can get by with a little bit, but again, it's not a rich country. There's not a lot of nice things. It's kind of still almost a third world country. But it is very diverse. It's one of the most diverse cultures in the whole entire world. Now, 3 interesting things I found is that how the land is so different. You have flat areas, you have rainforests, volcanoes, ocean. For being so small, it's very diverse. And also one thing I do like, and which I found interesting, is how big religion is in their culture. Today, in the United States, religion is falling off, but it's very, very big thing there. And also of how many people there are there. There's a lot of people, and of how fast it's growing and how populated the areas are. I just found all that very interesting. And that is my presentation on Nicaragua.